Kelly Fairchild, and followed by the last deputant, Rob Laidlaw. Please go ahead.
Hi, my name is Kelly Fairchild. I'm just a resident of Toronto. I wanted to address a few things. One was I know Councillor Karagiannis wants for educators, schools to be consulted, but as far as I know, this consultation was made public quite a while ago, and everybody in this room had ample time to prepare for it, and we're all here. So I'm not sure if we need to extend to the schools extra time, considering we were all given the same amount of time. In regards to education, I'm a little concerned that people are calling themselves educators. They seem to go between terms, either educator, presenter, or a trainer. I think calling yourself an educator if you don't have an education to be an educator is inappropriate. I think teachers, such as your 5 daughters, go through school. They put time and energy into it. They don't just learn the curriculum, they learn how to teach. And I think animal presenters or animal keepers don't necessarily have that training. Some do, but not all of them. So I can't really say we should call them all educators. In regards to kids with autism, my sister is an IBI therapist, intensive behavioral intervention, and she works with autistic kids on the spectrum. And she has said very clearly that the only animals really acceptable for them is dogs and horses because they are domesticated and fairly reliable in their behavior. In regards to the one-off presentations, when it comes to kids with autism, their programs are very specific. They have schedules, they have goals, they have deadlines. Everything's on a timetable, and one-off presentations or occasional presentations don't really play a role in that. If you have a dog or a horse, it's a scheduled event. It's once a week or once a month, and they have certain criteria that they're expected to meet. The kids are. I think also the message sending to kids, if you're holding an iguana, telling a child with autism it's not okay to hold an iguana, that's going to be a very difficult message for some children to internalize. It'll be very easy for them when you see someone holding a snake, telling you how great that snake is, to then go out into the wild and try and pick up a snake themselves. I'm also very concerned because I know my sister has come home many times with bite marks all over her arms. They've broken skin. She's had to get not rabies shots, but shots to boost her immune system. And I can't imagine the damage a child would do if he got a hold of a snake or a toad or a sugar glider and popped it in his mouth. That could be deadly to the animal. It could also be very dangerous to the child. I know there was a while ago a child was holding a tarantula and the barbs got shot into the child's eyes at a birthday party. If that had happened to an autistic child during a therapy session, that would be very detrimental to their progress. And I think that's it.
Thank you. Questions? Okay, Councillor Fletcher.
Just on that last, that might be at a birthday party and then that's a private matter, but once you're in a school setting, then that would be a liability, of course.
Absolutely.
To the school, I believe.
Yes.
Would it not?
But not all children are taught, not all autistic kids are taught in a school setting.
No, I'm just talking about if it is in a school, there's another factor here outside of saying, isn't that great? It also becomes a liability issue when you have certain types of animals that are brought into a classroom.
Absolutely. I mean, even the kangaroo, when he takes a punch at someone, that's an issue.
Yes, well, the kangaroos, you all know I know about the kangaroos. And in that, special education teachers, it's kind of a flowery idea that certain little pets are going to really help the children. We had one of the people here had done their PhD thesis on that. I'm sure you heard her say that there's no really clear or information or findings that would corroborate that.
Correct.
And that actually having an animal there that people don't know what it is may actually be quite a distraction for all of the rest of the kids.
Oh, absolutely. Everyone gets so excited. They want to go up and touch the animal and see it. You're paying more attention to the visual than what you're hearing. You're not actually absorbing the information. You're just cooing and cawing over this cute little animal or this awesome snake that they're showing.
Thank you.
Thank you. Is Councilor Janice?
Thank you, Chair. You appreciate that educators are very busy people. Would I be incorrect in that?
Yes?
And not usually they don't check the minutes of the committee meetings. They're not aware of upcoming committee meetings. But the onus would be on us to sort of reach out to them. Would I be correct?
Well, I would think it'd be your onus to reach out to everybody involved. If you didn't do that with others, I don't think it'd be appropriate to do it with a select group.
Do you believe that educators are an important group that we need to reach out on this one, and we should do a due diligence with them and do it widely with them, especially in the city of Toronto?
I think if that was a goal, maybe it should have been dealt with at the beginning.
Okay, so in your opinion, how many educators do you think that we should have reached out to? 1, 2, 5, 10?
I don't think the number is pertinent. I think if you were interested in getting their opinions, you could have sent something out to every school board, and it could have been their job to dismantle it to everybody
Well,
else.
to every school, because we only have one school board. So every
Right, and it would be
school-
their job to put it to all
Okay.
the other schools. That would have been fine if it had, if we were all given equal opportunity and equal time, but to give
right.
somebody special consideration.
So if we haven't done that, then I guess we failed them.
I guess you did.
And if we failed them, it's the onus upon us to make sure that we reach out to them. So you and I agree on that one.
I think it's probably a little too late to correct the mistake, because everyone's been given a certain amount of time, and we've all been expected to be here prepared.
Well, if you want to push the agenda forward, definitely agree with you that you're not going to give them enough time. But if the onus is upon us to reach out, then there's a different ways that you can do it. I want to thank you.
Thank you.